Hey everybody. So today we are going to go ahead and sew a simple surgical mask or surgical style mask. In this case, it's going to be the pretty simple 2 elastic bands plus cotton, double-sided or double thickness. Hey Drew. And so to do that, we're going to take some fabric. We're going to use elastic. We're going to use a sewing machine. Maybe you can do it by hand too, but today it's just going to be on the machine so it's fast and easy. So yeah, so this is our example. It's pretty straightforward and easy. It's just 2 pieces of cotton. It's the simplest mode of surgical mask you can make. We're going to also step this up hopefully either tomorrow or the day after, and we'll do a harder mode one, which looks more like a ninja mask and therefore must be made. So first thing you'll need is 2 pieces of fabric. Both of them need to be cotton. 100% cotton is the biggest thing. They're supposed to be 9 by 6. So I've pre-cut these 2. Don't worry, we'll get to ninja masks. It will be awesome. So the second thing you need to do is lay them out flat. They're going to be colorful side or colorful side together. Or if you have like a double-sided fabric that doesn't have a more colorful side, just pick a side. This one's obviously, it has a back and a front, so we're going to put the front side down. And that is basically it to start. You'll also need 2 pieces of 7-inch, 2 7-inch pieces of 1/4-inch elastic. Save that 10 times fast. And that's going to be what holds it behind your ears. So with this, we want to start about, I'm going to mark this out using these little pins or clips. We want to make sure that we leave a hole in the middle because we're going to reverse this or flip it inside out. And so you'll want about that much space on your 9 inches. So unfortunately you can't sew with one. I'm going to say sew about 5 billion times on this video. You cannot use these while actually sewing. Hey, thanks person who just followed. So here we go. So we're going to place our sewing machine. Like I said, we want to leave that gap between the 2 clips. We have our sewing machine on to center, and it's just going to be a standard straight stitch. We're not doing anything crazy. You could, if you want to be decorative about it later on, but this stitching just needs to be a straight stitch because we're trying to get the box fixed and set first. So we're going to go ahead and make sure you back stitch before you go forward. I don't know if you can hear me over the machine, but remember to backstitch. It's like one of the biggest things. It also locks your stitches in place. We're going to add this piece of elastic at a diagonal so it just pops out the corner. You can kind of see it. Hopefully my camera's, that's a little better. There you go. So you can see that elastic. We're going to keep going all the way up over it. And we're going to stop, leave our needle down, rotate the fabric, drop our foot again. That way it holds the elastic in place while we are stitching the rest of this. So once again, we're getting close to the edge. Notice how mine are not lined up perfectly. That's okay. It's not going to make a huge difference if they're not lined up perfectly in this case. However, if you're watching me do this in a classroom, I might be a little bit more picky. But the idea here is just to get it together and then we can be pretty on the outside. So I'm going to keep going, stopping at the edge. Picking up the foot, making sure our needle is down when we do so, and then we're going to keep going. This side does not matter because, of course, we left the gap on the other side, which is the important part. And right before the corner, we're going to grab our other piece of elastic. We're going to add that to the edge. Again, at a diagonal so that it kind of just peeks right out the corner like a cute little elastic band. Because apparently that's cute. Yay! Okay. Who is front deck? I'm assuming that's either Brian or Deco. All right, here we go. And again, we're coming up on this corner. We're gonna pause. We're gonna take off our clip from before. We'll grab our elastic, drag it over, make sure it lines up right at the corner, and keep going. And then remember, leave this gap here. So we're only gonna sew to about where my finger was. Oops, drop the foot. And what do we do at the end? We backstitch! Yay! I'm so glad you were all listening. Hey, Deco. Nice, glad you could join us. All right, so we have our basic square. It is sewn. Here's what I do differently from most seamsters or seamstresses. Obviously, I'm going to trim up all my threads. That's not different. Everybody does that because we like to be pretty. But I'm going to go around and I'm actually going to clip the corners, which makes flipping... Oh, sorry, that's really bad focus. So I'm going to trim the corners down because when we do this... Oh, also, I realized this is not aimed at anything. This is so I can show you guys how to iron in a minute. When we clip our corners properly, it makes flipping this right side out a lot easier. And you'll notice, like I said, there's some spots where I was like a little off. I'm gonna go ahead and just trim those up real fast, right along my seam line. Because again, this is your chance to be pretty. Yay, backstitching. Hey, Sam, glad you could join us. All right, so I'm gonna flip this right side out. Look how pretty it is already, you guys. And look at that, we're almost there. You can actually use the elastic to help expand your corners to make sure it goes all the way out, which is super cool. And now we're gonna iron. That's right, I had this all set up back here. Genius, I know. All right, so we're gonna iron this closed and then we're gonna top stitch it in a few minutes. But the idea is that we want our seams to all kind of go the same direction. Sorry if I got a little quieter, I'm further away, obviously. All right, so of course I turned off the iron like a genius. So in the meantime, we'll make this look super pretty. Okay, how's that? Is that angle good, guys? You're my audience, tell me. Tell me if you need more from me. What do you get? What? Dang it, I can't read that. Okay, I'll have to be right back. I'll read it in a minute. All right, so we're just gonna flatten these edges down using our iron. I don't use steam on this point. You should have already steamed and ironed everything flat before you started. I should have mentioned that, but that's pretty basic sewing knowledge. Okay, so we have a very nice, very flat edged mask face. All right. Where did you get the elastic? Oh, so Joanne's is out. I just happen to have a stash because I am a seamstress. I have lots of elastic. I have this much left, and I have so much fabric left to make masks with. I don't know if I'll make it. This will make about 40 masks. So we'll see what I can get through. But here we go. Now we're going to take our fabric and we're going to pleat it. This is the important part. Pleats must go the same direction. So if I start pleating on one side, it should be the same on both sides. So I like to pleat them at the same time. What? Okay, so see how that's like a nice little pleat? Just like when you buy the masks and you get them out of the box, they're all pleated. And that's actually how they lay them nice and flat. We want to kind of do the same thing. Yeah, sorry, Sam. Notice this is also the spot where we had that gap. We're going to leave that there because, again, we'll top stitch over everything later. Okay, so we have pleat number 1. Looks nice and pretty. Yay, pleated. Okay, number 2. We're going to fold over again. And again, the same direction on both sides. This is very key. It will make a huge difference in how the mask is worn. I had to watch several videos of people failing at this just to make sure I would do it right. Yes, there are other people posting these videos, and yes, they're hilarious. Using old button sheet there. Nice. That's awesome. Great job, Deco. I love that. I would highly recommend that idea. The next mask I'm going to do is actually one with a nose brace, which I'm luckily grabbed some pipe cleaners. No box plates, Drew. This is not a kilt. I grabbed those pipe cleaners, which is actually what a lot of people are using to go over the bridge of the nose to actually make them squish down properly. And good luck with ordering, unfortunately. Well, eBay actually still ships really well. Yes, eBay definitely. As long as it's a U.S. manufacturer. Anything coming from China, we're having issues, of course, which I discovered when I was trying to order some other materials to make other things, masks, more of them. Because they actually have like nose ventilator pieces that you can just buy that part, like that single part. But of course, they're made in China. Okay, so now that we have that pleated, both sides are done. We're going to pull this forward so you guys can get an angled view on what exactly it is that I'm going to do. And because we took all this time to make these beautiful little pleats and we spent our time making sure they were all clipped together, we're going to unclip one. We're going to do this one at a time because why? Because, I don't know, science maybe? All right, here we go. Can anybody tell that I haven't talked to other humans very much lately? I think that's just how that's gonna go. I wonder if I have any old elastic sheets. I'm sure I do. Like the ones that don't work. The only thing with the sheets though, make sure they're 100% cotton. If they're a cotton blend, they're supposedly not as good. Or as easy to sterilize. That's the word I'm looking for. So I'm actually backstitching just like 2 stitches over these corner pieces just to make absolute certain that they are secured as secure as possible. Because the last thing we want is for the elastic to bust out of these bad boys. It's not going to be a very pretty stitch. Sorry, whoever gets this mask. It's not my best work. It's not my Mona Lisa. Alright, backstitch, 2 stitches. That's it. Don't have to go more than that. Rotate. We already took out that first clip, which is great. Go forward a few stitches, make sure it catches that pleat. Take out the next clip. I can already see that I'm kind of bunching it up underneath, so I'm going to adjust. Take out that last clip. We're going to keep going. Okay, see how I kind of, well, you might not be able to. I kind of messed up and got a little too close to the edge, so I'm repositioning my foot because no harm, no foul. It just looks a little wonky. And then we're going to rotate for the last time. We're going to make sure that our gap is here because that's the last thing we want to stitch closed. It's going across the bottom. Everything's set and we just go. And because you iron this, it should stay perfectly positioned on the edge. Look at that. Beauteous. All right, ladies and gents. How long was that? 15 minutes? We have made a surgical mask. Voila! Yay! Thanks for tuning in, you guys. I'm gonna post a bunch of videos, or I'll load up a bunch of videos on how we did this and the step-by-step guide that is written out. I will be posting that as well, and hopefully you guys can make some too. Looks like all of the currently the hospital has what they need. Currently, Beans Cafe workers have what they need. There's a couple places like retirement homes that are still looking for handmade masks. So if you guys want to contribute, let me know. We'd love to have you. So thanks, guys. Have a great one.